going after the same thing, right? Constantly chasing leads, waiting to get through the FUs to get to the yes. I'll show you some of those. And then, like I said, pulling those same lists as everyone else. There's no new lists. I'm going to keep saying that. There's nothing that's new about that. So building relationships with the right people. You heard about that tonight. Sam was talking about that, right? Everybody here, it's so important to build relationships with the right people. But that's a really big statement to say, and just say, oh, build relationships. If you don't know how to build relationships, that means nothing. You have to learn how to add value to people so that they keep coming back to you over and over again instead of you going to them and looking like this, right? What can you do for me? Me, me, me. And that's not what this is about. It's not what real estate is about. Real estate is about helping people. And the problem is, so many people, yes, they're sitting there flashing money and doing all of this, because yeah, it can be really lucrative. But the problem is that the people that want to do business with you, like I said, in this industry sometimes, don't necessarily want to see that, because we are in the helping business. So I want you to become the go-to in your market, right? I'm going to show you some examples. I get to the point now where people call me every single day and I have no idea who they are. And I mean that in a nice way. My attorney told me to call you. This person told me to call you. And the reason is because I produce a result over and over again, and it's consistent. It's the same thing with my students. People know to go to them because they can do these things over and over and over again and be consistent. All right? So now people are going to say, well, gosh, I don't know who this is for. This is maybe not for me. I've never done a deal in my life. Is there anybody in here who has not done a deal? Okay, cool. Yeah, don't be embarrassed about it. That's okay. You're here to learn, right? Anybody 10 deals or less? Okay, 20 deals or more. Great. Okay, so we got a good amount of experience in here. And that's great because the thing is that this is for everybody. It honestly is. There's one of my students in Chicago, she'd never done a deal in her life. Got her first deal doing this program, and she's like, Jen, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do. I don't know I don't have any money, I don't have this, I don't have that. I said, you know what, let's wholesale it. You can get some quick cash in your pocket, and we can go from there. And that's the cool part. Now she's really built up that program. She's got people coming to her, and now she can actually flip the properties herself. Likewise, for those of you who've done tons of deals, and maybe you have some really great marketing that already works for you, I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong, but why not add something that's going to cost you nothing to do? Right? And then there's a lot of things I'm going to tell you guys about too that you can use these, not use them, but help them, let's say that, right, down the road to build up what you can add to that value for them. All right? So, little bit about me. I've been in real estate for almost 8 years. Not that long, but I built up a pretty awesome presence. And the reason being is because I really like what I do. And I also, like I said, have gotten into that, like I said, the white space, right, where nobody else is. Nobody is teaching this stuff right now. I'll tell you that right now. One of the coolest things I think that was said was that I was one of the most forward-thinking women. And I say this not to say, look at me, because I'm not that type of a person, but the reason is because of Great Deals First and the way that I market, like I said, to these attorneys. Guys, you can sit there and tell me, oh yeah, I've done some deals with attorneys, it's great. Well, yeah, but have you done 10 to 12 deals with the same attorney? Do they keep coming back to you? Do they know that you're going to produce for them over and over? That's kind of what this is about. Some of the fun things I've been able to do. I love talking about this because opportunities flow when you're able to produce. I had the opportunity to meet Kevin Costner. I interviewed Phil Jackson. You guys, I'm from Chicago, okay? That's where I grew up. I'm a huge basketball player, right? So 80s and 90s, Phil Jackson coached the Bulls, okay? So one of the things I asked him, one of my favorite questions I asked him, I said, what was the biggest regret that you have in coaching? And you know what he said? He said, I regret not teaching, or not taking my 10, 11, 12, my deep bench players and treating them the same as I did my starting lineup. And I think when a lot of people come into real estate, it's super overwhelming. There's a lot of people that are in social media. I mean, everybody says that they're amazing on social media, but behind closed doors, who knows, right? But the thing is that people get super intimidated by this stuff. And so what this is meant to do is take you from that deep bench and bring you into the starting lineup because nobody else is doing it, okay?